Yeah, buddy. Let's take a look at it. Here we go. The switch is soldered on now. Alright, this is the Logitech MX Master 3. I guess you'd error. The right button was becoming sluggish on me. I was playing the game. It wasn't noticeable in programming and web browsing and stuff and editing. But when you're playing a game, for instance, I'm playing Guild Wars 2, and I have to hold the right mouse button to turn my character while I'm moving around, and I was noticing that it wasn't happening in the middle of a big fight. So I was like, I looked it up, and sure enough, it was a bad button. So to take it apart, and I ordered buttons. I found out that these are some replacement buttons. They're not form, fit, function identical, but they are functionally identical, and they do fit. So, and they're apparently silent, so which is good. So we're going to take this apart and we'll begin the process of replacing the switches. And I'm going to do both switches, the left and the right, because I figured they're both going to go. So part of this requires removal of the skates here. So I'm doing that now. I'm just using my fingernail to remove it. I believe there's screws on both sides, yeah. And I also have replacement skates right here that I ordered. So we'll put them on. So I'll just use my X-Acto. Now I'll be able to zoom in here during certain operations, but I gotta make sure that I don't know that I'm gonna have the right camera angle all the time. Take these screws out. So I got him out of the way. So there's a screw right here. Okay. I love this kit. So this is Kayasi. And I just need to find the right bit. It looks like it's a Torx bit. So in this kit, it comes with the screwdriver. So I'll just loosen this up and then put it in here and tighten it up. So we're taking off this one here. Let's see how we take it apart. I think it just comes apart, right? Yeah. There we go. And then we have to pop off something. I think we can just lift this up, right? Yep. So he just popped right off. And then now we can take off this whole assembly, because I got to replace this switch here and this switch. So that's the right button and that's the left mouse button. So let's get the taking off these. Now I don't know if these screws are all the same size, so I guess I'll be able to do a comparison and check, but I'm going to keep these in a separate pile. Okay, so I'll put these over here, out of the way. I'm going to turn on my soldering iron because I'm going to need it shortly. And I'm using the Hako, so this is the soldering iron I'm using. Let's see, let's get that in the camera. The Hako. It's the FX888D. Great soldering iron. I'm a big fan of their products. Okay, so we have those two screws removed. Now we got to remove. Let's see, what do we got here? I always have extra parts left over when I do something like this. And then there's a screw in here. This whole thing comes off, right? These screws out of here. Oh boy. It's magnetic. Let that one go right here. So that one's removed. So now can this pop it up? There's something else. Another screw. Looks like right here. Here. Diagonally. So here. Okay, that'll be interesting. Here's one of the other screws. Oh, of course. One right here. I can see how long this screw is, because if I see that it's longer, then I know. It seems like there's one more screw. Yep. Okay, there we go. Huh. So the switch part is right there. So we have to desolder this. This will be fooling. Really should disconnect the battery. Carefully. Come on. Where'd that go? Okay, battery's disconnected. So that way we can play around and not have to worry about shorting anything out. And we need our helping hands. Alright, so desoldering this to get this switch off is not really a big deal because I got solder wick here. So, no, not that one, this one here, solder wick. And it's really a cool product. You just stick it on there, and so we just stick this on here and wick it up. It literally just wicks up the solder. It's really cool. But you got to be careful because this solder wick gets hot. The heat transmits. Because copper is such a good conductor of heat. You'll see it just eat up the solder. It's really cool. Really a neat process. Okay, there we go. Desoldered. So hopefully you see I got that pressed through there, and I'll hit it with some solder. And I always hit my soldering iron in the brass stuff there. Alright, and then I got some solder. I'm using Kester. I bought this for a big project that I was doing at one point. It was pretty cool. It was cool. Yeah, buddy. Let's take a look at it. Here we go. The switch is soldered on now. Same thing, going to use the solder wick. This time I'm going to try not to burn myself. Whew. Alright, so we got it out. Alright, so now we can work on installing the new one. Alright, holes might be big enough now that I cleaned them out. So it took a little bit, but I had to clean out those 2 holes. We only need the 2 holes. So should be able to stick this through. Alright, so I'm trying to, I know it's tough to see with not much light. Let's see if I can get some light in the situation, but I'm trying to get that switch pushed into there, but I got to use my magnifying glass, so you're not going to see what I'm doing. Okay, so I soldered the switch to the board, so I think we can begin assembly. Shoo, that was interesting. I don't remember what screws go where. I didn't lose that spring, that's good. Yeah, you know what, I wonder, no. Put that there. Okay, so then the battery goes here, which means that there's 2 screws that I have to put in first. These are the battery screws. Okay, I remember that. Let's see, so this one here. I think there was one right here that I can't get to because I put this in. Oh my gosh. Let's see, maybe I can. I just want to show you the screw. So that's that screw right there. I was able to do it. Would help if I got it in a screw hole. Okay, screw hole's done. Battery. Okay, so the battery. So battery goes there. And then one screw. Two screws. Alright, now let's see what the orientation is here. I think we're done with everything there. Now we just got to plug in this ribbon cable. Snap this into place. Okay, now I think it's connected. Alright, let's see what happens if we are able to get this back together again. There you have it. That's how you replace the switches in the mouse. Yeah, so this is the MX Master 3, and I replaced 2 of the switches. Got them soldered in, desoldered the old ones, removed them, put in the new ones using these switches here. Pretty cool. And then I gotta put the skates on, but I'm gonna wait. I just wanna make sure everything's gonna be fine with this. And then I'll put everything together. So this screw is a T-5. So T-5 right there. So we no longer need that, so I can put this kit away. So again, this is the Kaisi screwdriver kit, and it comes with things to work on small electronics. It's got spudgers and little thingies in there. It even has an adapter to what looks like 1/4 inch. So it's a good deal. It's been very helpful for me to have this kit. So I highly recommend it. Now we'll continue assembly of the screws, the Phillips head screws. Don't want to tighten these too much because I think I already stripped it. So just put them in. Once it's snug, stop screwing. Okay, now I have, I always keep paper towels here. And I got 91% alcohol I'm going to use. I like the 91% because it evaporates immediately. I'm going to use that to clean off the excess adhesive. Sometimes it works. Yeah, it looks like it's working. It's all in Japanese, it looks like. All right, so I spent time cleaning off the adhesive. I have to remove that skate too, but I'll leave it for now. I just want to try this set. All right, so I have one skate. Make sure we get it on there just right. Ooh, that feels good. Okay, and then we got the bigger one. So the bigger one goes here. Okay, and then we need the smaller one. Smaller one goes right here. So let's check this out for a minute. See if there's any residue in there that I didn't clean up. Yeah, it looks like I didn't get it all. Looking with the magnifying glass. Oh yeah, that looks good now. I should have looked at the other ones under the microscope too. Or this thingy, microscope. See, that's like already evaporated. Boom. Oh, look at that. That is nice. That is very nice. And this is the one that's going to go down the shore. So yeah, this kit's a good deal. Very nice. So I'll leave this one on there for now. And we'll give this a test and see how it works. Let's see, let's turn this on. I'm actually going to run it through a test on my game just to see how it works out. So far, so good. Yupper. All right. All right, so that was a good fix. Say that was an easy fix, replacing the buttons on the mouse. So this is the Logitech MX Master 3, and replacing the buttons. I just used These buttons here that I purchased, and see, they're small like that. And then I got the replacement skates for it, which are tough to show up in this light. And I used my Kester solder. I used Kester flux, and I used a solder wick. So, and along with my solder iron, which I just noticed I need to turn off. So yeah, these are things that I do. I try to fix things myself. Sometimes it's a hit or miss. This one was a good deal. So appreciate you sticking by through this, and hope this helped you. Let me know. Real fast, no cheese, man, you must be crazy.